Really?
Oh, yeah.
Many colors.
Yeah, we do.
It's hard to get these guys to be serious, you know what I mean? Trying to be serious, trying to get something done here, walking around, you know, they're not serious.
Headed down to the main convention floor here for BTC 2025. I'm with Andrew, Dave, and Tillman, guys you see on my channel all the time. JD Vance was here this morning, obviously Secret Service everywhere, so it's been a bit of a logistical situation, but we're gonna go see how crowded it is and what the vibe is. Let's go check it out.
Let's go.
What we're gonna do next is we're gonna get Tillman to take his shirt off, and then Andrew's gonna take his shirt off, and then they're gonna have a pillow fight.
Work with us if we want.
We'll see why in a second. Joe Consorti, were you on stage?
I was yesterday.
I thought I saw you. So what was the gist of what you were doing there?
Oh yeah, so talking Bitcoin, home equity, real estate, all of it. Yeah, so there's $35 trillion worth of home equity in the United States. All of it's trapped. Homes are appreciating at 4% a year. People can't do anything with it. And we built a product that lets people swap their home equity into Bitcoin with no monthly payments.
What's it called?
Horizon.
Awesome. So what do you think of Bitcoin in Vegas so far?
Here, I mean, there are, what, 40% more people here than Nashville? Like 35,000. JD Vance speech was packed. I could barely get in. It's crazy. And like Bitcoin is at the epicenter of the global conversation. It's not just individuals anymore, it's now businesses, right? Institutions. Cantor Fitzgerald, right? Everyone and their mother is here. So it's massive. It's crazy to see. And one other thing about Vegas, it's the highest time preference place in the universe.
Literally.
With the lowest time preference conference. So we're literally here planting our flag in the sand, saying that this is the future.
Yeah, I was telling people how important it is to hold Bitcoin forever while I was playing a game in the casino called Double Down, where every single card that comes, you just double down.
Right.
Perfect.
Oh yeah.
Perfect.
Perfect fit.
Yeah, it's a very fiat thing, man. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thanks, Scott. Appreciate it, man.
Hey, how are you?
Good to see you.
Good to see you. Yeah.
What's up? How's it going?
Put it on camera. Yeah, we got to put him on camera. I haven't slept either.
There's Scott Melker. I got to tell him how much I like Macro Mondays.
So nobody likes me anymore. They just like Dave, Macro Monday.
We got the Wolf of All Streets here. I mean, what more can I ask for? What more can I ask for than to hang out with the Wolf of All Streets or to meet him in person, live in the flesh?
But are you on Team Dave or Team Mike
Team Dave or Team Mike?
for Macro Monday?
Well, now I don't want to answer that. That's kind of a trip.
That's actually the best answer because really the best comes out of arguing.
Yes.
You get
exchange
more out of
ideas.
it.
That's right. That's right.
All right, Matthew, I didn't mean to put you on the spot, man.
No,
Thank you.
All good. Hey,
care.
good to meet you.
Nice meeting you.
Thank you. Macro Mondays.
This is the coin dad. You have to hold this. I'm mic'd. I'm mic'd.
How you doing?
I want you to tell them we've done this before in Nashville. I signed a pair of shoes.
Yeah.
But I just want you to tell them really, really quick what you're doing because it's fucking awesome.
I appreciate that. So I guess I'm a little early with my idea because it's not really getting a lot of reception, but eventually it will, I hope. But what I've been building for 6 years now is preserving the history of the Bitcoin mining community. So I have the world's first ASIC miners and some of the rarest machines from the CPU era and the FPGA era, all the way from 2010 until today. So I spent the last 6 years building basically a Bitcoin museum. My idea is basically called BitWorld Center, to be the first physical center area for Bitcoin that has the DNA of the Bitcoin blockchain in it. So you see in chronological order how we've advanced with the ASIC chips from 110 nanometer all the way to today's
Just keep going.
3 nanometer.
We gotta.
Some people are oblivious in the space,
The
I guess.
gist is we gotta find this museum a home.
Yes.
So anybody out there watching, the Coin Dad, call us, Sailor, call him.
I know Sailor has the world's third mining laptop in his office.
He does.
So that means he does appreciate mining history if he has his own. BitcoinMiningMuseum.com is the website.
You heard it here first.
history mining?
Yeah, well, that's how I got into the industry.
Really?
I was a miner in 2013 and fell in love with the
In
democratization.
your garage, or
No, I went to a friend of mine who had a big commercial building.
Oh.
And he had a basement that was empty, and I asked him if I could try to use the heat to heat the building, and we very successfully did that.
Really?
So that was a little model.
In 2013.
Well, I got it done by 2015, but
Okay.
we started on the project.
Pretty good timing, though.
Yeah, it was great timing. Yeah.
And the question is, did you buy pizza with the Bitcoin?
We're here on the Expo Floor, BTC Vegas 2025, and it is absolute mayhem. There's probably 50,000 people apparently in the building. Having a Bitcoin conference in a Vegas casino is a next level of insanity. We're walking around, checking out the vibe, talking to people, seeing what they thought of all the speeches. Obviously, we've been recording our own content with the likes of Vlad Tenev, Jack Mallers, really incredible people across the board. So we're gonna walk around and check out the space and see what we can find.
Supposedly, I guess we're supposed to talk about the conference.
How does it feel to be at the Bitcoin conference this year as a KOL officially? Last year's conference, no one knew you.
Yeah.
And this year's conference, through your constant pressure on social media, every single person out here knows you. I mean, that's good. Your rise in popularity, in my opinion, is evidence that TradFi is here and that they really love educating themselves. Because I know when I got into the space, I loved being educated. I went to every podcast, every YouTube, everything, and there were not that many things out there.
Yeah.
Well, think about how many people in here are getting into Bitcoin because they heard about it from some traditional finance place, right?
Yeah.
Well, those people probably didn't give them very much understanding because they don't understand it.
Right.
So there's still this knowledge transfer that's happening from legacy Bitcoiners to the TradFi space, and I think you're one of the early double agents, if I could say that.
Well, it's something I mentioned yesterday is the rise of Bitcoin is and always will be associated with price. We may not love that reality, but it's a reality. And price equals whether it's education, whether it's opportunity, whether it's eyeballs, and we end up at Vegas with 50,000 people, right? So the growth of Bitcoin can be almost directly correlated to price movement. That price movement will probably spend another 3 to 5 years in an extended quote unquote rally. And so, is there a world where, 2 years from now there's 100,000 people here?
I think there could be a lot more than that. I think that once you start seeing people see what the exposure that they have to Bitcoin is yielding, right? A lot of these people haven't been in for a full cycle.
Right.
Give it a full cycle, and then tell me what it looks like at the end of this price movement at the end of the bull.
I think all of 2025, the narrative is going to be Bitcoin treasury companies. It's ubiquitous. The conversations everywhere at this conference are about Bitcoin treasury companies. So 2 months ago, there was essentially one Bitcoin treasury company, and that was Strategy. Now there's Strategy, Strive, 21 Capital, DJT, which just announced $2.5 billion in purchases of Bitcoin, Pomp's company, Nakamoto, which is the title sponsor now for the Bitcoin conference. So Naka.
I heard they had an inside track on that.
So that's six. That's 6 companies. When we come back here next year, I think all of this year will be about Bitcoin treasury companies. Well, Bitcoin treasury companies are going to have tools that they use.
Yeah.
They can't just buy $2 billion worth of Bitcoin one time and just go buzz and now I own $2 billion of Bitcoin. You got to have institutional level tools, which is what Arch Public provides. The ability to scale into positions, scale out of positions. It's what we do. Yeah. I don't want to talk anymore. So
awesome.
I broke my own steadfast rule, and that rule is to never stay in Vegas for more than 24 hours. I stayed there for almost 3 days, all for Arch Public, and to experience everything that Bitcoin Vegas had to offer, and it did not disappoint. My main takeaway from the conference is that everybody is starting a Bitcoin treasury company, and that could potentially be the next bubble that bursts in the Bitcoin industry. But I think we've got a long way to go for that. And more importantly, I have to thank the incredible guys at Arch Public. If you want to use the Bitcoin arbitrage algorithm and the Bitcoin dollar cost averaging algorithms, you just go to archpublic.com. We had some incredible interviews. This was an incredible experience for me. I got to meet so many of you, so many of our fans, so many people who watch Macro Monday specifically, and of course, my show with Arch Public on Tuesdays with Andrew and Tillman on YouTube. Guys, Vegas was amazing. On to the next one.
Let's go.